Yeah, I mean, no hotkeys. For me, that's kind of a handicap style of Brood War, since...
Yeah, it's just it's not a handicap, it's just another game.
It's going to be interesting, because this is something that I haven't seen in a long while. Someone who isn't Protoss and isn't using hotkeys.
Yeah,
and I mean,
we're going into the game.
Yeah, and we are, as we said, on Cloud Kingdom. And we have Zerg versus Zerg. And would you like to introduce the bottom left player?
To the bottom left, we have our Masters League player playing ShowMatch Zerg today. It's FuBaR.
And people have passed out in our bar area, so our crowd response was so awesome right now. And
we'll see what happens when the game's up and running again.
Yeah, let's give it another shot as soon as we get back. And it looks like it was sorted out, and I believe we can get into the game.
Yes.
Yeah, and at the bottom left, we have our Masters level Zerg player. Give it up for FuBaR! Hey, some players are still awake. And in the top right, our challenger, our Masters level 2v2er. Give it up for Chorberg! And this is interesting. I mean, how does 2v2 skills transition into 1v1?
Without hotkeys.
Yeah, and imagine Ling Micro without hotkeys. Imagine Macro as Zerg without hotkeys. And I mean, this could be devastating.
I'm imagining a way here, but we'll have to wait a little while before we find out what will really happen.
Yeah, and we see something from FuBaR that is actually pretty unusual in this matchup. We see a drone scout.
Yeah.
And this is something that isn't normally considered standard, just due to the fact that your overlords are so effective.
Yeah, I suppose maybe it's what we were talking about earlier, that he's a little nervous what could happen with a lower league player trying something out.
Yeah, I mean, it could be something that gives him the edge, but as we see, we are having mirrored build orders right now. And I don't know, this looks interesting.
Yeah.
And I mean, as far as we've gotten into the game, no player has taken gases and no player has put down their spawning pools.
And there's one gas going down from FuBaR, and now the spawning pools are there.
And Chorberg has taken exactly the same route, but in switched order. He took down his spawning pool before his gas. And as it all looks, we have equal drone count, we have equal overlord count, and the expansions are equally balanced in time.
Yeah.
And I mean, this could just go into a normal game.
Looks like it so far, actually.
Yeah, but we can see Chorberg mismicroing a bit. He hasn't taken his gas yet, just now. And he's actually 50 gas behind, giving FuBaR a bit of a hatch of time between...
Yeah, that would really hurt his speed timing.
Yeah, I mean, if FuBaR capitalize on this and just goes for a mass sling speed all in, and if Chorberg doesn't have banelings to deal with this, it's basically game over.
Yeah. And the speed goes down for FuBaR. We'll see what happens. He's quite ahead, since the gas is really late for Chorberg. Let's see if he starts his speed now that he has the required gas.
He should do it as soon as he hits 100 minerals and 100 gas. But he isn't doing it. I don't know what he's going... I mean, he has the minerals, he has the gas, and he's just lacking on his macro right now. He has produced a couple of links, but he isn't doing anything with them, just now moving out onto the map. But we already see FuBaR producing many more links and putting down a baneling nest. He's probably just going to go for this baneling all in.
Yeah, which looks like a really good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to macro early and try to end it early if you have no hotkeys, rather than just going for a late game position. Because being in late game with no hotkeys and trying to macro and micro and decide what to do in all situations, are really hard.
Yeah.
Oh, but with, I mean, Chorberg...
Easier to do this when there are not that many situations to take care of at the same time.
Yeah, and Chorberg, he still doesn't have the ling speed. He just has a baneling net that's going to pop in any second. And I believe he's going to fall to this push.
Yeah. Let's see what happens if these lings are taken out as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't... Speed lings versus slow lings, it's basically over. But... oh, he just ran
a few
past.
lings and got past those banelings.
This
but
could do...
Well, that's more...
No, FuBaR actually picking up on this and just trying to go for the offensive. And right now we see FuBaR producing some banelings outside of Chorberg.
Yeah, the banelings are soon done, and we'll see what this push can do.
Yeah, and if Chorberg isn't awake during this, he could just suicide. Oh no! He ran into the banelings with all the flames. If we take a look at the units lost, he has lost 1,000 minerals, 43 workers, no, 43 units in this game, just to those banelings. And I mean,
FuBaR feels good and moves back shortly.
Yeah, he's droning at the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, he just took out a bunch of lings, so it's the intelligent option right now that is ruling his mind. And as long as we don't see a massive ling all-in timing with the speed that is now finishing for Chorberg really, really late, I mean, then it's basically GG because he's so ahead.
Yeah, FuBaR can just macro ahead here, build up another nice army. He's getting ahead in supply, getting ahead in all parts of the game.
16 more workers.
Yes.
And I mean, they have equal bases, but as long as he has the worker advantage and the tech advantage, I mean, it's really nothing to discuss. And we see right now, Chorberg trying to make something out of it with his links, but I mean, he has no banelings with this push, so this is just going to get annihilated to FuBaR's greater number of Zerglings.
Yeah.
And Chorberg have... Oh, there it is. We have actually some banelings, defensive banelings at home. But they are so far up into the main, I think that the response time on those are going to be quite late.
That will be quite tricky.
Yeah, and right now we see...
FuBaR continues droning. He's confident he can hold any type of aggression.
Yeah, he has excellent saturation in his main. He needs to work a little bit more on his natural with one drone. And
let's see what he can do.
Saturated, and I believe he's just going to go for a roach push with this roach warren, and then it's going to be GG. I mean, roaches versus banelings are actually the most opportune thing you want. Oh, and we might see Chorberg being on top of his micro this time, and we have banelings in making it. We have banelings for FuBaR, and this could also be devastating for him.
Yeah, some nice.
Ooh. Such a big opportunity, and
banelings are waiting for the exact moment to detonate, but actually a run by getting past into the main.
Yeah.
Could this do anything, or will it just delay the inevitable?
I mean, I think it would more be just delaying due to the fact that it is just lacking number of links versus...
Yeah, manages to get a green there, but the links are almost all dead now.
Yeah, I mean, he's had 1,000 minerals in the minerals lost half, and I don't really...
And FuBaR is getting ready to build those roaches, I think.
And more importantly, he has no economy at home. He has around 21 workers, and I mean, as soon as FuBaR pushes with roaches, or links for that matter, it's
continuing with links so far, and getting the infestation pit.
Yeah,
so we'll see what he decides to do.
Yeah, and
a bit unclear at the moment.
Chorberg actually going for an evil chamber. What do you think of this?
Yeah, upgrades are good.
That's
my Silver League analysis for you.
Well, he has the minerals to invest in it, so why not? And but here we have links running into...
Just the end of it.
Micro.
Let's see.
Oh, he avoided the banelings.
Did he avoid the banelings? Yeah.
Yeah, he did. And he actually is going to pick off this queen.
And there's a counter-attack actually down at FuBaR's base, but there are lots of defensive banelings there killing everything.
And here we see 3 Banelings in the main of Chorberg, and they are going to annihilate this mineral line. Oh, that was huge. And another one joining with the fray. And right now, if we look at the units tab, we have 4 drones, and there's the GG.
There's the GG. Those last Manor Banelings were a bit too much for Chorberg.
Yeah, I mean, just putting the nail in the coffin and just finishing the game.
Yeah.
And we have another match after this, another challenger for another Masters player. And this was actually the last game for me, and I want to thank University as Star League for having me here as a caster.
And we want to thank you, Sway. This has been so great to have you here. Thanks for casting all the epic Master games and some of these challenges as well.
Yeah. I was really glad that I got to do this. I mean, casting Medalist, casting Prop Dash, casting Nerd Show. I've had so much fun.
Just put it on your resume.
Yeah, and soon our conferencier will join Soup Duck to cast the last game of the night.
Yeah, Dream Duck is coming back. But we'll have a short break for a few minutes and get back with another challenge match.
See you later.